Alert! In this exclusive Galactic Alert video, you will know the revelation that will shake faith in the entire world religious system. Rennes le Chateau, known in Latin as Terribilis est locus iste, the terrible place. This revelation is so profound and mysterious that few humans truly know it. Subscribe to the channel, the only YouTube channel capable of revealing enigmas and mysteries of humanity and the cosmos. The Da Vinci Code was based on Chateau le Rennes in France, which is also on a ley line. We are electric and our atoms are surrounded by electrons, electricity. Greg Braden explains it best by asking, where does our heart get its electrical capacity? We are connected to the Earth's electromagnetic fields and our heart is our battery. Many of our ancient spiritual figures knew this hidden knowledge and meditated or prayed on these megalithic lines or centers, which raised their electrical auras, intellect and connection to the higher self through the activation of the 7 energy centers, chakras. Could this in fact be what the golden halos represented on all spiritual figures throughout history? Many of our top intellectual minds, like Tesla, Einstein and others, have something in common. That is, they all at some point shared that their idea, invention or formulation occurred to them in dreams, which is actually a meditative state of mind. For example, Einstein was very knowledgeable in the physics of Kabbalah and Tesla became very close to Swami Vivekananda, and through his teachings, realized that his ideas, which came to him in an aha moment, came from his close interaction with these ley lines, allowing it to access archaic registers. In the human body we have the 7 chakras that are energetically interdependent and activated sequentially, starting with the 2nd, proceeding to the 7th, then returning to the 1st, root, the seat of Kundalini, the fundamental creative cosmic evolutionary energy. Likewise, in this model, the Earth has a system of chakras, organized not in anatomical sequence, but of energy in 7 key dome centers. An earth chakra, as in the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt or Glastonbury Tor in England, is a huge vortex of energy, several kilometers in diameter. The 7 keys to higher levels of consciousness. 1. The principle of mentalism, the universe is mental, the everything is infinite mind, which is the fundamental reality in the womb of all universes. 2. The correspondence principle, all that is below is similar to that which is above, and all that is above is like that which is below, to perform the miracles of the One. 3. The principle of vibration, nothing rests, everything moves and vibrates. 4. The principle of polarity, everything is dual, has poles and pairs of opposites. 5. The rhythm principle, everything has its tides, its rise and fall, its pendulum equally swings to the right and to the left, its peaks and valleys. 6. The principle of causation, every effect has its cause, every cause has its effect, everything proceeding by the law, never by chance. 7. The gender principle, everything has its masculine and feminine aspects. I believe that if more people are aware of this natural phenomenon, break our mental ties with the matrix and ACT locally as groups on these ley lines, which can be found all over the planet, then we can take back what is legally ours and positively manifest the paradise on earth. As the true empathic and intellectual beings, we intended to be human, Q equals light being, divine. Knowledge is power and applied knowledge is freedom. Subscribe to the channel. It is documented that Alexander the Great was guided by Aristotle to take control of the main centers of these intersecting lines of dark forces. That's why he put his top general, Ptolemy, to rule Egypt. Interestingly, Cleopatra, the last pharaoh alongside her 2 husbands, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony of Rome, were defeated by the Romans, where they ended up destroying the greatest library in Alexandria, Egypt, before taking all the knowledge with them, sending us to the Dark Ages. During medieval times, anyone who had any hermetic knowledge was designated a heretic and died horribly. This happened to anyone who could read or write, a heresy. Leaving only royalty and literate monasteries. Throughout history, all megalithic structures were strategically built on top of these so-called ley lines. From the pyramids of Giza to Stonehenge, Notre Dame Cathedral, Temple of Solomon, Parthenon, Oracle of Delphi, Rennes Chateau, Ziggurat, Vatican, Washington Capitol, Mecca, Hagia Sophia, Istanbul, Aztec Pyramids, Bermuda Triangle, Castle of Coral, Tesla's laboratory and Shoreham NY, including all the nuclear power plants, military base and stadiums, which are also used as giant batteries to harness the energies. The true essence of the truth, unreported by the religious system for the control of the masses. Many of the sections where two or more ley lines intersect are marked with obelisks, such as the Washington, D.C. Monument, Vatican Courtyard and Cleopatra's Needle in Central Park. These electromagnetic lines of the Earth are your veins, and they receive their energies from the sun that connects and creates all living things on this planet. Knowledge is power and applied knowledge is freedom. A ley line is a fault in the Earth's tectonic plates. This is a scientific fact. Through these cracks in the Earth's tectonic plates, the magnetic energies released are actually very powerful. Our ancestors, all races and cultures on the planet, knew about these lines, which had different names. Native American Indians used to call spirit lines, and their shamans used to use electromagnetic energy in these lines to help them get in touch with spirits. They even designed their medicine wheel onto the lines. As above, so below. Humanity is living the greatest spiritual revival in its history, for the liberation from the system of dogmas and religious mysteries. You are divine beings, with unknown powers linked to a universal matrix. The problem is that you were programmed to obey a prison, spiritual structure. Free yourself, wake up. There is only one way to reach the matrix, the universal source, and it is not through any sinful and manipulative human being. The only way is Jesus Christ. John 14:6, in the interconnection of your subconscious, energetic mind and the cosmos. This is the biggest revelation that completely breaks with the millionaire world religious system. Psalm 82:6 clearly says you are God's. Yet the religious world has programmed you into a slave. The time has come for the great spiritual awakening before the destruction of the world of archons, by the great Nibiru led by Jesus Christ. This is the biggest and real secret found in Rennes Chateau, which is located in the department of Languedoc, known as Aude, near the city of Limoux, which gives its name to the famous blanquette, or sparkling wine, of the area that, in 18th and 19th centuries, it was known as Raises France. Several books and various information have been given as the most reliable version. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications, to receive new videos. Thanks.